so all I'm doing is I'm preparing the kumquats, okay? So this is what a kumquat looks like. Sometimes they're orange, sometimes they're green. And I'm just going to slice them. And these are ridiculously juicy, so they're amazing. And then I flick out the seeds, and if they're really ripe, you shouldn't have any problem getting the seeds out, but basically you just need a sharp knife. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to add the rest of the ingredients into this. Okay, so we want a good amount of ketchup, 3-4 tablespoons. Okay, and we want some soy sauce in there, and 2 tablespoons. And we definitely need the sweet, that's important. You can either use brown sugar or you can use honey. I'm going to try honey today. Here we go. I'm going to start with 2 tablespoons, and I'm going to give it a mix and see how I like it. Okay, and then I have just a green onion that I diced up. Okay, and we're going to add just a little bit more sourness. Here I have leftover grapefruit. If you don't have this, you could always just use rice vinegar instead. So I'm just going to juice the grapefruit, half of a grapefruit. And then I'm going to add some crushed red chili flakes. I'm going to start with a teaspoon. Okay, I'm going to give this a mix, and I'm going to give it a taste. Because this is like a sweet and sour sauce, so you don't want it to be too sour, and you don't want it to be too sweet. Good. I'm going to add 1 more tablespoon of honey. So 3 tablespoons of honey altogether. Okay, let's prepare the chicken. So all you gotta do is just take some cornstarch. You don't need a lot. And just use your hands, it's the easiest way to go. Mix the chicken up. And I have 1 clean hand still. Okay. Chicken will get a little sticky. Oh, and all I did to this chicken beforehand, this is chicken thigh, 2 chicken thighs. I want to use chicken thigh because I think it has a lot of flavor to it. I just try to get as much of the fat off as I can. And now you're just going to put the chicken thigh in the egg. Mix that around. Put it back into this bowl. Put a little bit more cornstarch on there. Okay, that's probably just like maybe a tablespoon and a half. And we're going to mix that one more time. Okay, and then that's ready to go. That's ready to be fried. I'm getting some olive oil. I'm not going to deep fry this or anything like that because I don't want it to be too unhealthy. So I'm going to get my oil nice and hot. Okay, so the oil is nice and hot. So now I'm just going to put my chicken right on in there. Okay, and I'm going to try to move them away from one another so that way they don't stick together. And if you did this more, if you used more oil, it would have more of like the sort of kind of like American Chinese food sort of thing where it's like nice and crunchy, or like orange chicken or General Tso's chicken. So that's just your choice. Okay, so I'm going to get these fried up. It's really going to take maybe like, I don't know, 5 or 6 minutes. It is dark meat, so probably a little bit longer. I'll let you know when it's finished. Okay, just going to flip some of these over. Looks great. Not ready. So these are about ready to go. So they're slightly underdone, maybe by just a minute, but I did that on purpose because chicken always continues to cook for, you know, maybe a few more seconds after you remove it from the heat. But also, I'm going to be adding this back into the pan with the sweet and sour sauce. All I did was drain off the excess oil, because you certainly don't need that. And now we are going to put the sweet and sour sauce in here. Okay, and we're just going to get it nice and hot and warm through. Alright, we're going to cook it for maybe about a minute, and then I'll show you the next step. Okay, so the sweet and sour sauce has been cooking for about a minute, and that's just to sort of get the kumquats nice and soft and kind of let all the flavors marry together and, you know, basically cook off any sharpness. So now we can add the chicken. And you want the extra sauce because, you know, it's under the assumption that you're going to eat this with rice, maybe with noodles. Most people will have it with some white rice. So this is why we kind of undercook the chicken a little bit. We want everything to coat the chicken. When I first came to Taiwan, I kind of just thought that like sweet and sour chicken was maybe something that was very Americanized, or, you know, just something, I just didn't think that it was very authentic. And then I moved to my apartment building, and there's a place downstairs that cooks, you know, standard Taiwanese food, and they had sweet and sour chicken on the menu, and sweet and sour pork. They mostly do it with pork here. So I ordered it just out of curiosity, and it tasted pretty much exactly the same way that it tastes in New York, which I thought was kind of funny. Most of the time, that rarely happens here. You know, it's not common to like taste something and be like, wow, this tastes exactly like American-style Chinese food. But it happens sometimes. I can tell you what else tastes kind of similar. The sweet and sour soup tastes kind of similar, swan la tang. What else? The fried rice here is like 1,000,000 times better, so is the dumplings. Oh, and the egg drop soup here tastes nothing like it does at home, and it translates actually to egg flour soup. It's dan hua tang. So yeah, this looks about ready for me. I'm gonna get this plated up, so I'll see you back. There you have it, guys. I'm just gonna top it off with some cilantro. You could top it off with anything you want. That is my version of sweet and sour sauce made with kumquats and grapefruit. I hope you give it a try. Okay, everybody, I'm gonna give it a try for you. It is ridiculously hot in my kitchen. Ugh. Summertime in Taiwan is pretty rough to cook. It's been hard for me to cook here because the heat is just killing me. Okay, let's try this piece. Right here. Very good. Excellent. I really like what the kumquat and the grapefruit does to it. Mine is pretty spicy, so if you're not into like hot, I would maybe tone down the chili flakes a bit by ½ teaspoon, but I really like it. It's good. I can't wait to just dig in. And you saw that we made the extra sauce, and that's just so it can coat the rice as well, and you can enjoy it. So anyway, I hope you give this recipe a try. Toy around with it, taste it a bit. If you like it more sweet, you can add, like I said, brown sugar or honey, more honey. If you like more sour, looking for a balance, you know, let me know how it turns out. You can play around with different kinds of sours, so you can use rice vinegar instead of kumquats or grapefruits, or you can use orange. The possibilities are endless. So anyway, until next time, bye guys.